cash in Kentucky. Doing me, I walk up and lean and spend it. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', out Atlanta, mixed the with the fan up. All them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, fast Uber in that right. She so bad, but she said. I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Yeah. Bad boys and they can't win.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Jets going up against the Patriots.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A huge play there for the Jets. 51 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now it's Richardson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd and goal from the 7. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Richardson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, 4th down, we know the difficulty factor goes way up, and we know it would be a disappointment for them to just kick a field goal here after driving all the way down the field. But I also know one other thing. It'd be a bigger disappointment to come away with no points.
So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Pats on 3rd. And even 50 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now they try the right side here. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Green 39! Green 39!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Richardson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Bailey now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On play action, Kaiser. And Cooks has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Let's go! Brand 38!
Now they'll run on the draw. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Kaiser. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Felt me get a little jangly up there before that last play call. And then once it happened, I was like, oh, because it feels like almost a missed golden opportunity to take a shot in that position.
You think 1st and 5, maybe you go for a little more than a short run?
Almost a free down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They go play action here on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 50 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's go!
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And they'll run it here. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Come on, let's go!
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go!
And now here's a carry heading left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the 2nd half. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Now he's flipped. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Kaiser now on second down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Third and long for Kaiser. And incomplete on the deep ball. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a handoff looking right. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They come out here in the eye. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, that's tough right there. asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Kaiser on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's go! What? Ohio! Ohio! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Kaiser now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down, Kaiser. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
And he motions the wide receiver. They go play action. Kaiser. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the gun, Kaiser. He gets it to Cooks. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Kaiser. So that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
New York set to take the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Let's go! Blue landing! Watching that Hardy party! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And now here's a carry heading left. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Back 99! Number Detroit! Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way through contact. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go. Blue landing! Lucky 56.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, nice move. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.